Okay, now let's look at example 1. Table 12A shows the certified results of the 2020 presidential election. Determine the margin of victories in percentage terms for the popular and electoral votes. These are not difficult, it's just figuring out percentages. So what you need to understand about popular votes is that there are other votes in it. There's always some other votes in there. Anybody can run for president and get on the ticket. Even if you don't get on the ticket, you can get written in. You can write your own self in. So when you're handed the ballot, there is a space for you to write in whoever you want. So there are plenty of people that write in all sorts of characters. Some of the most famous are Bart Simpson, Snoopy, who was it? Jay-Z, Joe Walsh was one of them. I'm trying to remember some of the others that I've heard over the years that have obviously not serious ones, but kind of serious because they're getting such popular votes. So they get lots of other votes, and it doesn't have to be that they were ever on the ticket, but sometimes they are on the ticket. Sometimes they're part of the Green Party or the Independent Party or some other party that's up there. So for this one, you have popular vote for Joe Biden, popular vote for Donald Trump. You have the others, that includes everybody else, and then you have the total altogether. Sometimes they're not going to tell you what the others are. You just have to assume that there were some others there. So understand that the popular votes for the two major candidates are not going to equal the total for the popular votes. But when it gets to the electoral, generally speaking, there is no other for the electoral. Generally speaking, you can't have an other because they're not going to get enough votes to have anything there. Nobody's going to vote for them in that electoral college. You're only going to have electoral votes for the major runners. So those are going to add up to the total. I mention this because it's going to matter when we start looking at our percentages. So they want us to compute each candidate's percentage of the total popular vote. Did either candidate receive a popular majority? So when we go to figure out Joe Biden's popular vote, we have to put how many Biden received. So that's 81,268,564 over 158,380,304, and then we'll want to multiply it times 100% so that we can get a percentage out of it. And when we do that, we're going to end up with 51.31%. They say round to the nearest tenth as needed, so Biden received 51.3%. Then for Trump, we have his 74,226,603 over his 158,380,304 times the 100%, and then that equals our 46.9%. So we get 46.9% of the popular vote. They want to know, did either candidate receive a popular majority? Popular majority means they made 50% or more. Yes. Joe Biden got popular majority. Then they want us to compute each candidate's percentage of electoral vote. So I have to take the 306 and put it on top of the 538 and do it times 100%. And that's going to give me 56.9%. And then I take the 232, put it on top of the 538 times the 100%, and that's going to give me 43.1%. And then they want to know who became president. Biden became president because he got more votes. What I want you to understand is that this number plus this number does not equal 100%. But this number plus this number does equal 100%. That's because this number plus this number does equal that number. So it's going to equal 100%. $56.9, 43.1. Biden became president. The electoral should always add up to 100%. Okay, I did example 1. You try example 2 real quick. Let's see how you do. They don't tell you in example 2 what the sum of the electoral votes is. That changes every single year. And because we don't know what year it's from, you need to add it up every single year. Some of the past years, it was really small. So go ahead and add it up because we don't know if it's always going to be 538 or not. Total popular vote. If you have a question about these, please get back to me and let me know. This is about all that they'll ask about. You definitely have to be able to do this. You definitely have to be able to answer these. These are not only on the midterm, they are on the final, they are on the test. Just like this. They're there. Any other questions? Let me know.